They towed a bunch of cars off Chambers Street in Newburgh on Sunday morning, like 5:30 in the morning. There's some surveillance footage of someone's neighbor trying to get the tow truck company and police officer to pause for 5 minutes so that the person who owned the vehicle could come downstairs and move the vehicle, which I understood to be the goal of the vehicle being towed. It wasn't necessarily the violation and the fine that would be imposed for the parking violation, but the fact that it was on the street and they were expecting a lot of snow. So the tow truck driver tells me, "Yo, you gotta take that up with the cop." I'm like, I bet. I go over there, I see it's a young Latina officer Mercado. And I'm like, listen, man, there's this car belongs to my neighbors, and they're a family of five, and the husband works odd hours, and you know, if they could just give me 5 minutes, I could get their attention and they can bring the car out of there without having to incur any additional fees. And they ain't trying to hear none of that. Talking about I get my shift ends. She's talking about my shift ends at 6 a.m. and she ain't got time for all of that. They need to get this done. And I'm like, man, dejected. The tow truck driver is like lingering over my back, and I could see him, but I didn't know what he was doing really. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not understanding why these people don't care how hard they're about to make life for a family who's living in an apartment right here on the corner and has 5 children. Like, I couldn't understand it. And they just all talking about we just doing our job. We just doing our job. I ain't really like this dude's attitude neither. But he walked off. He ain't like when I talked to him. He wanted me to talk to him nice. So that's not gonna happen. I spin off. I'm like, man, this is crazy. You might know that if y'all know me, you might know that I may spin off, but I'm never walking away. Or I may walk away, but I'm never walking off. So I'll be back. I go back, I'm thinking, what if I just go stand in front of the car? What's he gonna do? Gotta buy me some time. I had just found the person's phone number in my phone, so I like text them, and I should have called them. I didn't. Full disclosure, because I only had the contact information for the wife slash mother of in this family, and I really didn't feel comfortable calling blind in the middle of the night. So I was like, yo, I'm just gonna hold this up. But then he started making some good points about how I'm gonna get arrested for interfering with legitimate business and shit. So I go talk to the cop again, and I see that this woman has got a phone out, and she was recording. Look a lot like when you see ICE creating databases of protesters. It looked a lot like that. Well, I took a picture of her real quick, but she got her phone down before I could take the picture. As soon as she seen me about to take out my phone, she started closing up the recording and saving it. I got a FOIL request in now. So, that was on my mind now. Now I'm tight too, though, man. I'm like, man, I can't just sit back and let them take my neighbor's car. You feel me? Like, I got to do something. I'm over there trying to reason with this man and shit, trying to tell him how much of a hardship his actions are going to cause. And he trying to just reinforce to me that he got a job to do and that he'll get fired if he don't do his job and all of this bullshit. And I'm like, man, I'm not asking you to stop doing your job. I'm asking you to take a break for a second so that we can figure out an alternative way of resolving the problem you're here to solve. Like, and he ain't really trying to hear it. So I go and make sure that I give the officer a piece of my mind, let her know all of the impacts that might happen. I tell her, yo, these people got 5 kids, man. They probably struggling as is. What you gonna do? You gonna sit here and add this onto their plate a week before rent's due, and you sitting there acting like you just doing your job, but you're not. And then this guy got something to say. Yo, I'm trying to tell him now, bruh, you said it was up to the police. Stop defending the police if the police is the one that tell you to do what to do. Someone else can defend the decisions that they're just doing their job. You're low down on the totem pole. And she don't want, she ain't trying to let me really talk to him and shit. He over there. I forget what's going on now. This interaction. I don't know if I told her, but I'm like, I was just telling. Oh, okay, right there. I'm telling her like, yo, you don't care. At the end of the day, it's not that you just doing your job. It's that you as an individual human being don't care. And she said, yeah. So I was like, yeah, right there, exactly that part. And then this dude say something. I'm like, what's up, man? You over here talking all of that shit? Like, I don't remember what I said exactly, but he act like he wanted to get tough when I was walking away. And I'm like, he wanted to get tough until he didn't, but the police officer come running over, giving me like a little shove. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't slow your roll, lady. Don't be putting your hands on me, man. That body camera on? Make sure that body camera on, man. Fuck is wrong with you? She talking about arresting me. But I'm like, for what? I'm not allowed to talk to people on the street? Yeah, you arrested me. What are you talking about? I ain't did nothing. She talking about I was too close to him. Like, man, I wasn't even in striking distance. I was too close to him. She expect me to sit there and continue having a conversation, yelling at each other from across the fucking sidewalk? Ain't nothing between us but air and opportunity. Know what I'm saying? Why I am going to stand 100 feet away and argue my point. Something I'm passionate about. A position that I got 10 toes on. I'm not going to be 100 yards away when I stand on it, man. You know what I'm saying? And so, but he over there chirping in the background too. You know what I'm saying? Like when the cop is trying to get me to go away, threatening me with arrest. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm over here though. If you want to continue, I gave him a piece of my mind. I said my piece, and I'm just like, man, if you want to continue this conversation, told him where I be at, man. You can find me there anytime, man. 140 South Street. Fuck out of here, man. You don't like the way I talk to you. I'm saying anything, whatever it is. It's at one point he was like, well, fuck you then. And I was like, really? Fuck me? Fuck is you talking about? Fuck you, motherfucker. You the one that's being a piece of shit. You the one that's over here acting like you don't give a fuck about a family of 5. You know what I'm saying? Because you just doing your job. Fuck you. You want to continue this conversation? I'm right over here, right around the corner, motherfucker. Be here all the time, man. Silly motherfucker. Then I realized I had threatened him and shit. So I'm like, let me clarify. I'm like, if you want to come have a civilized conversation, I'm right over here. I had to clarify, man. You want to have a civilized conversation, man? I'm right here, bro. Right here. Fuck you very much.